Hey there, wrestling fans. It's Michelle from FTW here to talk Total Divas. Uh, this week's episode, we've seen a lot of Cameron. We haven't been seeing her lately. She's back down to developmental, working on her wrestling skills. She gets a call from her mom that her little brother's in a little bit of crises. He's kind of disrespecting, he's kind of getting in with the bad crowd, and basically making some bad life choices. So Cameron decides that she's going to take a few days off of work and go home and kind of talk to Quentin. And when she arrives, he isn't very welcoming. What 15-year-old wants his big sister to come home and get after him for not being a good boy. So she's basically saying, Quentin, you're going to give mom a heart attack. You need to start answering your phone. You need to start answering your messages. And so when it's met with indifference, she decides to bring in the big guns. And she gets a few former gang members to come and give him a little pep talk. And so with that, they just kind of basically let him know where his life is headed if he continues on the same road and what could happen to him. After that talk, you see a very different Quentin who kind of is very apologetic to his mom and sister, and he wants to do better and he wants to be more respectful, and he plans on answering his phone more and just basically trying to do better. I have to say, I miss Cameron. Miss seeing her. Hope you're on the main roster soon again. Next off is Daniel Bryan, another person we totally miss in the ring. He is having a hard time physically. A lot of problems with his arm. And he, as we know, is more of an Eastern medicine type of guy. He wants to try the least invasive procedures before the more aggressive ones. And so with that, he's doing acupuncture and whatnot, and the results are not great. So the WWE doctors want to see him have surgery, and his co-workers are kind of like agreeing that it's kind of ridiculous that he hasn't had surgery. And we see Bree, she's a bit torn. She wants to support Brian in what he's doing and the methods he chooses to make his body well again. But I think she's leaning more towards surgery as well, because she just wants to see her husband well and back in the ring. So Brian, whatever route you take, good luck, best wishes to you, speedy recovery, and hope to see you in the ring soon. Eva Marie and Jonathan are going through a little bit of newlywed as one difficulties. They have to be on the same page for decision making, and that's not always easy when you're newly married. And so their neighborhood has had a few break-ins and home invasions where the owners were hurt. So Jonathan wants to get a gun to protect them. And Eva Marie is not about the gun. She doesn't want a gun in her home. And Jonathan goes out and buys one anyway. That did not go over well, and she was really mad. But realistically, it's just growing pains. They're learning what it is to be married, and it'll be all good. They will communicate, they'll work through it, and they'll be stronger for it. Now, Rosa. I just have to say, I love Rosa. I really, really do. She is such a silly girl. She brings a new element in. I don't know that anybody loves her boobs like she loves her boobs. It must be the thing that I bought these, and aren't they wonderful? We see a little photo shoot with Rosa, and she comes in and the photographer is laughing. He says, you have to get rid of those. You have to like tuck them in. Yeah, they can't be hanging out. And she's like, but they don't fit. And so we see a little clip of Rosa with the girls trying to keep them in. So I'm sure we'll see more of Rosa and her boobs in weeks to come. Uh, so that was it for Total Divas this week. Next week, I think we're going to be seeing some TJ and Natty. Whether it be romance or not, I'm not sure, but stay tuned. We'll find out.